The market is hot again this week, so we're going to be looking at the top 15 hot cards instead of our normal top 10. This video is sponsored by Flipside Gaming. Check out flipsidegaming.com for all your gaming needs. Right now you can pre-order Modern Horizons 3, Universe Beyond Assassin's Creed, or find a vast number of other great products on their website. Remember, shipping is free in the US if your order is over $100 or consists only of singles. Just look in the description or the comment section below for direct links to their site. Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and welcome to another edition of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. And this time, we're looking at the top 15 hottest Magic cards of the week. As always, our list is put together by looking at the percentage increase in the value of the cards, but we also want to see a true increase in the number of sales from week to week. Quickly before we get into it though, just a few things. First off, I do want to say thank you to one of the viewers who gave a super thanks tip last week. That is Todd Branch. Todd, thank you so much for all your generous support. Todd is a patron of the channel and also has given a lot of different super thanks tips. So again, Todd, thank you. I couldn't do this without viewers like yourself. I also want to take a moment to say thank you to one of our other gold patrons. That is Coty. Coty's been a gold patron for quite some time and again, really helps. So I do want to say thank you, Coty. Thank you for the support that you've shown the channel. It means the world to me. It truly does. And again, thank you. And one other quick thing. This video is sponsored by flipsidegaming.com. Check out their website. Right now you can pre-order Modern Horizons 3 there. You can also now pre-order the Magic the Gathering Universes Beyond Assassin's Creed products. Plus they have a whole lot of other things on their website, Magic related and otherwise. Remember, shipping is free in the United States for orders over $100 or if they consist only of singles. And all you got to do to find their website is head down to the description below or the comment section below. You'll find direct links there. Now, without any further ado, let's get into it. Coming in at number 15 is Open the Way. This is up 201 to 544. That is a 59% increase. So this is a fairly popular commander card that recently saw an increase in play as some wanted to pick it up for the Fallout Mutant Menace deck, while others wanted to put it in fresh builds around a couple cards from there, one being the front-facing commander, the Wise Mothman, the other, the Master Transcendent. Now though, there's another new commander build around a card from Outlaws of Thunder Junction that frequently includes Open the Way. That card is Bristly Bill, Spine Sower. Number 14 is Tempting Contract. This goes up 204 to 902 for a 29% increase. This is a solid commander card in a number of builds, including some new ones, which is why the card's been hot recently. First, we saw it appear in the popular Mr. House President and CEO decks. That was a card from the Fallout Hail Caesar commander deck. But now, this is in commander builds around new cards from Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Some are getting this to upgrade the Most Wanted commander deck, while others are putting it in fresh builds around a card from there, V-Hand Goldwaker. It's also showing up in decks around Campbell Profiteering Mayor from the main set, but the card that has really pushed Tempting Contract more than any other is a different one from the main set. That is Obeka, Splitter of Seconds. As you know, Obeka has been spiking several cards that contain solid upkeep triggers like Tempting Contract. Coming in at number 13 is Grima, Saruman's Footman. This is up 206 to 702. That's a 42% increase. This is from the Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth Hosts of Mordor commander deck. And it was number 15 on our hot list 2 weeks ago and number 16 last week. So this card's been hot for a few weeks now. It does let you play spells you don't own, so you may be able to guess why this is hot. It is a good upgrade to the Outlaws of Thunder Junction Grand Larceny commander deck, and some players want it for fresh builds around a couple cards from there. Gonti Canny Inquisitor, and Felix Five Boots. Number 12 is Rogue Class, up 240 this week to 555. That's a 76% increase, and this card was number 17 on the hot list last week. It is another card that lets you play cards you don't own, so it is moving for the exact same reasons as the previous card. Some are picking this up to upgrade Outlaws of Thunder Junction's Grand Larceny commander deck again, while others want it in fresh builds around those same two cards, Gonti Canny Inquisitor, and Felix Five Boots. Number 11 is Exalted, Flamer of Tzeentch. It goes up 252 to 1251. That's a 25% increase. This is from the Ruinous Powers Warhammer 40k deck. Since its release, it has seen a fair amount of commander play in a variety of decks. Now it's showing up in several builds around new cards from Outlaws of Thunder Junction. Some are getting it to upgrade the Quick Draw commander deck, while others are putting it in fresh builds around the front-facing commander from there, Stella Lee Wildcard. Exalted Flamer of Tzeentch is also in decks around some cards from the main set though. Lila Undefeated Slickshot, and Riku A Many Paths. But the card that is pushing it the most should be no surprise, considering Exalted Flamer has a good upkeep trigger. That, of course, is Obeka, Splitter of Seconds. That brings us to where we normally begin. Number 10, Creeping Bloodsucker, up 259 to 944. That's a 38% increase. And now this was number 14 on the hot list last week, even hotter now. It is designated as a common, but it is from Jumpstart 2022, so it's harder to find than a regular common. That explains the supply issues. What caused the demand? Well, it has an upkeep trigger, so many players are putting this in commander builds around everyone's favorite new card from Outlaws of Thunder Junction. You guessed it, Obeka, Splitter of Seconds. Number 9 is Titania, Voice of Gaia. This goes up 271 to 1379. That's a 24% increase. Like a lot of cards we are seeing today, this is a solid commander card, seeing more play now thanks to Outlaws of Thunder Junction. It is a good upgrade to the Desert Bloom commander deck, and many are putting in fresh builds around that deck's front-facing commander, Yuma Prod Protector. To a lesser degree, though, you're also seeing this Titania in some decks around a couple of cards from the main set, the Gitrog, Ravenous Ride, and Bonnie Paul Clear Cutter. But Titania, Voice of Gaia is also seeing a boost in standard play again. It is showing up in the popular Legends builds and land combo decks in the format. Two different groups of players are looking for this, so it isn't too surprising that it's on the rise again. Coming in at number 8 is Gift of Doom. It goes up 272 to 618. That's a 79% increase. This has just seen a little commander play, but now there is a card from Outlaws of Thunder Junction that wants it in its builds. That card is Ariette the Beguiler. Those decks are the catalyst for Gift of Doom's spike after all these years. Number 7 this week is for Mori Vault. This is up 288 to 1288. That's a 29% increase, and it is one of the Outlaws of Thunder Junction, the Big Score subset cards. And it is a card that is seeing play in a bunch of formats. In Standard, it's in Azorius Artifacts. Pioneer decks are including it in the Metalwork Colossus builds. In Modern, it's already made an appearance in decks like Affinity, Thopter Combo, and Hardened Scales. I've even seen some trying this in Hammer Time. In Legacy, some are testing it in Patchwork Stompy, while in Vintage, I've seen the card show up in Jewel Shops. Finally, some Commander players want this too for a variety of builds, old and new, like Zuludak Voice Gorger, for example. So for Mori Vault, it's a hot card because there's a lot of different players looking for it. Coming in at number 6 is Power Fist, up 320 to 1119. That's a 40% increase. This was our number 14 card 2 weeks ago, number 10 last week, still creeping up the charts this week. So this is from the Fallout Mutant Menace commander deck. It's in fresh builds around a few cards from there, the Wise Mothman, Strong the Brutish Thespian, and Agent Frank Horrigan. But it's also a good upgrade to the Fallout Scrappy Survivors deck and a new builds around a couple of cards from there, the front-facing commander Dogmeat Everloyal and Kate's Cage Brawler. However, you guessed it, Outlaws of Thunder Junction is playing a role here too. There's a card from the Grand Larceny deck that is tipping the scales here, and that is Felix 5 Boots. Power Fist is a good include in commander builds around Felix. Coming in at number 5 is 3 steps ahead. It goes up $3.99 to $7.99 for a 100% increase. This was number 19 on the hot list last week. This week it jumps to number 5. Here we have another Outlaws of Thunder Junction card that is making a big impression on more than one format. We are seeing the cards show up in a number of standard decks already, like Azorius and Dimir Control. It's also in Azorius Artifacts, which is gaining steam, plus you see it in other builds in the format too. It is important to note, though, that an Azorius Control build running 4 copies of this in the main came in second place a week ago at the Pro Tour. That brought a lot of eyes to this card. It's appearing in a number of Pioneer builds already too, including Dimir Control, and I am starting to see it in Azorius Control there too. Additionally, I've seen some trying it in Modern Esper as well as Bant Control, and of course it's seen Commander play in a bunch of decks old and new. The most popular build using it right now is another new card, Riku of Many Paths. These decks want good modal cards like 3 steps ahead. Standard may be the key driver for it this week, but the demand from different sources is keeping this card moving up when so many other new cards are moving down due to the influx of product entering the market. Coming in at number 4 is Tombstone Stairwell. This is up $4.73 to $25 for a 23% increase, and here we have a reserve list card that at best was only seeing a little commander play. However, a card from Outlaws of Thunder Junction has been pushing it recently. Some commander players want it for their builds around Campbell, Profiteering Mayor. Aside from true player interest, remember Tombstone Stairwell is a reserve list card, so many speculators have been picking it up since Campbell was previewed a number of weeks ago. Coming in at number 3, but number 1 in my heart, is Eon Hub. It goes up $7.16 to $9 for a 543% increase if you're doing the math at home. Now tell me, do all your friends have a shiny new Obeka Splitter of Seconds Commander deck? Do you want to ruin their fun? Well, I got the card for you. This one is spiking as a response to Obeka's popularity in the Commander format. Who says the secondary market doesn't have a sense of humor? This week's number 2 card was number 8 last week. It is Capitani, the Murders at Carlisle Manor Commander version, which was in the Deep Clue C Commander deck. Goes up $4.23 to $9.22 this week. That's an 85% increase. The Kamigawa Neon Dynasty Commander version, which is from the Buckle Up deck, is up $8.21 this week to $12 for a 217% increase. So the card has been seeing legacy play. It's an 8 cast. Sometimes it appears in those new Patchwork Stompy builds that have been hot too. That alone could have been enough reason for this card to jump, but there's more going on here. Is it Commander? Well, it does see a good amount of play there in various builds, most notably around a card from its Carlisle Manor Precon, Morska Undersea Sleuth, but that isn't the key driver this time. This time it is Modern. Yup, I said Modern. Recently there was a leak that Capitani was going to be reprinted in Modern Horizons 3, making it Modern legal. That leak was then confirmed by Wizards last week. Players and speculators want this card since many believe it will be good in Modern Artifact builds. But remember, more copies of this will hit the marketplace when Modern Horizons 3 does come out. Overall, it might be a bumpy ride for this card in the end, but currently, there's a lot of hype and FOMO driving demand its way. And finally, coming in at number 1 this week is Silver Shroud Costume, up $18.19 to $32.99 for a 123% increase. Wow. This has been on our hot list for 4 weeks now. Number 11 twice, then number 6 last week. Now it makes it all the way to the top spot. It's from the Scrappy Survivors Fallout Commander deck, and it has quickly seen play in a variety of different builds in the format. Not surprisingly, you're seeing it in fresh builds around a couple cards from its precon, Dogmeat Everloyal and Preston Garvey Minuteman. Now though, there are players that want Silver Shroud Costume and builds around new cards from Outlaws of Thunder Junction 2. Cards like Tiny Bones the Pickpocket, the Gitrog Ravenous Ride, and of course, Obeka Splitter of Seconds. Alright, that's going to do it for the top 15 Hot Magic cards of the week. Thank you for joining us today. If you want to know which cards are moving down in value, perhaps you're looking for some deals out there, check out our top 10 cold cards, which will be coming out tomorrow. Until next time though, hey, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible through the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.